Okay, we are on. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of High Masterclass. This time for our High Masterclass number 53. And today we are going to talk about how here at Interactive we build a reusable design system onboarding template. And for that, we have our amazing Natali. She's here with us. I think it's been quite a while since she has done a high masterclass. Am I right, Natali?
Yeah,
I don't.
maybe 2 or 3 months, I guess.
Okay, 2 or 3
Not sure.
months ago, she made the high masterclass, and today she's back again for another one. This time for a different topic. And with that said, hi Natalie, how are you? Are you excited for this high masterclass?
Yes, I am. I hope you like it, John.
Okay, I'm sure I will. And before we start, Natalie, let me just ask to the ones at home, as I do always, to drop us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You already know how it is. We have plenty more content like this coming up for you in a near future. I can hint a little surprise here that me and Natalie, and with another special guest, are preparing a high talk on
Um,
the on the 4th of December. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure you all will like it. And yeah, with that said, if you have any type of question, please drop it on the comment section of this video. We will answer it straight away or when we see the comment. And yeah, for this high masterclass, and as for all of the masterclass we've done, uh, Natalie has wrote an article about this topic. So you can scan the QR code here or check the link on the description of this video. It will take you to the article that Natalie has wrote for this masterclass. It will be like a full guide, like a full tutorial for building the onboarding template. And yeah, Natalie, with that said, can you tell the ones that are watching this what is the value that they will get from this masterclass? Like, what's the main skills that they will acquire or what they will gain with this high masterclass?
yes. So the main idea is to solve or to help our clients. It's this solution or this demo that we are going to do today is to solve a really close problem to our context at High Interactive, working as a consultants company. We have different clients that come to us to create design systems. We help them to create them, implement them, but then they need to move on with the design system because it's a live thing. And this is an idea to help to consolidate and to help the adoption of the design system before we end our project with our clients and they continue that work by themselves and will all the teams involved with. So that's the main purpose of this masterclass today.
For sure, for sure. So I think that with that explanation over there, Natalie, I think that the ones at home are just waiting for you to start. So
Okay.
I will not make them wait no longer. So let's start, Natalie. Let's start.
Okay. So with that resume that I did, again, why is this so important? As I was saying, a design system is only as strong as the understanding behind it. So that other teams can use it and continue evolving. And onboarding turns knowledge into a shared language. We've seen major libraries and teams starting from zero, different contexts, same gap. Clear onboarding without it knowledge gets lost and the system becomes a pile of components and no one fully trusts or know how to do it or how to use it or which one is the last version. So it's not just about consistency or tokens or libraries. It's about a business strategy and make the process and the status of the design system transparent for everyone. In the next page, the next slide, I show some examples, some questions, like which file that I was saying at the beginning to João, which file is the source of truth, or is this the last version? We have inconsistent usage, duplicate work, even with the design system. So the idea of the onboarding is to help with that. And these questions that I was using as an example are symptoms of missing onboarding. People don't know where to go, who to ask, or who is how to contribute with the design systems or with the teams that are working on the design system. So that's where we are going to focus today. Next one, please. So our goal today is show a simple and adaptable onboarding that you can reuse for any client at any maturity level. You can adapt this kind of template to the scenario that you have because each team have different scenarios. Moving on. Onboarding is a working product, so it connects people to the process, the tools, the sets of expectations with everyone, and makes contribution safe and transparent, as I was saying at the beginning. Can you go to the next one? Okay, so in these examples, as designers starts in Figma, in this example, we will start this template, or in this example, we are using Figma. So we met them there. From the templates, we can point to other documents, to other channels that will form the real source of truth. That will make that we don't repeat information, or that we don't need to update the same thing in different tools or in different content. So moving on to the next part, to see. The template has these 12 or 14 steps, can depend. And I can quickly, in here, next I will quickly do a walkthrough to each part. And then we will see how this can move on to a different tool. If we are not using Figma, what can we use else more besides Figma? So we can move on to our Figma to see each of these contents that we are suggesting in here. Okay, starting on the first slide, or the first topic. We have here all the topics that I was showing on the list on the slide before. And the first topic that we have here is the welcome part. This is something that we can use inside the Interactive, the teams that are working with the client to create the project. The idea in here is to put the context of the project. Who is the team inside the Interactive and inside the client that is working on this project? What is the scope of the project? What is the impact expected for this project? So this would be important to keep everyone aligned. And in this template, you can adapt the content. for the specific case of the project, change the brand look and feel to look more something for our client. And we have already here some examples of KPIs and templates that we can use or reuse for the specific use case of the client. So this part is something that is not for the client, but for our team to use during the project to keep everyone, to set expectations of what we will deliver at the end of the project. Because we have several teams working in different parts of the project, so this will help to keep everyone with the context of all phases of the project. So moving on for what could be important for the onboarding. Usually in a design system project, we will start with an audit or research interviews with the different teams to understand how they work, how is the maturity of the team, and something that really help for everyone to guide and to make decisions during the work on the design system is to define the mission, the values, and mainly the guiding principles of the design system. This will help to take decisions of, for example, in inclusion and accessibility. If I have this principle, what is important for me to do to guarantee that I am following this principle? Or, for example, when I'm writing content for my different apps, what are the guidelines that I should follow that would be consistent with the principles that I have? So we add in this template some examples to help the teams start from there. Imagine, because we can have clients that have different maturities for a design system. Could be something that they don't have anything at all, or they already started and are in a specific phase. So this will help to accommodate the work that they already done and compile it in here so that they keep in using and evolving the design system, or start from just the scratch and from the start and have and help them to take those decisions during the process. Other part very important is the required tools. So what tools are we using for create the design system, the documentation, the design part, the development part, how we are compiling those different information that we have and that we need for the different teams. In here we have several ones, but again, different teams and different clients have different approach. A design system is different in each context. So we need to adapt. And very important is to put contacts of who is responsible, the design system owner, from the side of the client. It is very important to have someone that have all the context and work really close with us, so that person can continue the work when the project ends and we are not longer working with our client. The project will go on, and this person has all of the context of the work that is already done. Access levels. In here, in this phase, we can decide who can just view, who can edit, who can admin the different tools that we are using. Other really important part is the communication channels. We have teams that are very big and we need to separate the channels, or we can just have one specific channels for all of the conversations and the questions and the resources that are being created during this phase. So this is important to create this alignment of which channels are created and where they are, how can how can have access to them. So put here this compilation. Other important thing to add in an onboarding and use it during the design system, the work that will be done on the design system, is something that helped me to understand the life cycle of the components that are being created. This will create transparency between different teams. For example, imagine that I have different products and I have colleagues from those different products that I are asking for the same thing, a change on a component of the buttons that I have. If I give access in my channels of this, could be an Excel or other tool that the team consider it's easier for everyone to use. So this would be decided on this process to understand in each phase that component is, if already have an UI, if has documentation, if is already on development. So this will create transparency. It will decrease the amount of tickets, for example, that other teams can open to request new components. And everyone will know what is happened, what is the goals, and the decisions that are being made about that design system. Collaboration and request process. So this is other important topic that we can add in here. How to propose new components or improvements. What is the process? Who is responsible for it? Who should I need to contact to ask for that if needed, and follow these requests and understand sometimes by myself if I really need to ask for that new component, or if I already have something on the design system that answers that need that I identify in my product or in my projects. So this is something that if I identify any need for a specific component, I can go to this component matrix, see the state of this list. If I identify something that is close to something that I need, and I can start this process. This example in here, as the same of other example that I was showing, have example links. This one goes to the Brett Frost diagram to help the teams decide if they want to add a new component or not. But each team should discuss which is the flow that will work best for them. They can have just one flow for all the requests or the issues that they find or the needs that they can find, or you need to do more than one and follow that process for specific things. That will depend of the teams, the process, and how they are organized. Another important part to put in here is how the Figma library will be organized. Again, we add in here examples of different approaches that our clients can do to organize their Figma and their libraries. If is a client that just have one brand and it's something smaller, or if something that will need multi-brand design system that will add more complexity on the organization, and we need to think about this at the beginning when we are working this when we are doing this work with our clients. So in here we have several examples as well to help the teams to take decisions and show those examples to our clients. Again, our clients have different maturities, so we need to adapt these organizations, these approaches to the context of our client. foundations, how we are going to organize the foundations in the context of our design system, how we are going to create our tokens. What are tokens? Some clients need more context about that. Some clients are more mature and don't need specific content about that. So it's important. Or imagine if you have, we need to think of this onboarding not just on the context of when we are creating this design system with our clients, but in the context where in the future they will have new team members and they need to gain context, and they could have different levels of maturity. They can be someone from the marketing team that need to use a specific template, and they need to have context about how this design system works. So all of these questions are important to have in consideration when we are creating this onboarding for our clients. Other important part is our components. Which components are important to use? How they can be organized in a Figma file? What are variants and states within a component? Again, the level maturity of the different teams that we are working in are very important to understand, to see which content are important to add or remove from this onboarding. Templates and standards, I was talking about when we have marketing teams, how they can use those specific templates. If they have the need to use templates, imagine that you are a big company and you have several patterns that will repeat in different experience. For example, e-commerce page, customer areas, internal applications, which kind of templates that they can reuse to keep the consistency and to keep the same logic and the same patterns through different, the same experience to different devices, to different products. So this is something that could help as well. And you can add in here examples and how to use it, how to experiment and create those rules and add them in here. Technologies, each client have different technologies, could be OutSystems, could be React, could be other things. So it's important to create a relation with the technology that are being used, and how we are going name our tokens. They should follow the same standards and use the same language that the development team are doing. So this synchronization within the team's design and development is really important, and it's important to add those informations and add this alignment and this transparency onboarding as well. Other really important thing is, for example, accessibility. How should I introduce accessibility when I'm creating new components, when I am creating templates, when I am using the library? We can add here examples, all the guidelines to follow in each specific case of that client, which checklist would be best for them. We always have as a base WCAG, but we can add here templates that help the teams to hand off that information for example, the design team to the development team. And again, governance responsibilities, who has the ownership of the design system, who is responsible for what in the designers team, in the developers teams, in the product owner manager, which contacts do I need to do if I have a specific questions about design, about development, or about decisions within the product that are using the design system. How can I contribute to the design system? Have links and information for that. And in this example, we have the summarized links with all the information. For example, plugins that specific teams are using, references, guidelines, most frequent questions, and at the end, I already go through the onboarding, the information. Okay, now I want to use the design system. What do I need to do? We can add this on the onboarding as well. Has a playbook. Yes, a playbook project or file for the teams to test and use the library, understand if this is not something automated within the design system, how can I add a library on my project to start to using the design system, which steps that I should to follow to start to using a design system. So all of these things are we need to understand working closely with our clients and make those decisions together to add in here in this onboarding. That is something that would be live. It is something that the client design owner should then continue to evolving and updating. For example, how to use templates, why they are important, and how can I adapt those templates to my needs. And again, those the list of contacts of who should I contact if I have a specific problem using my design system. And then, so we create this template to adapt in design system, but we can have different contexts. File Figma could not be the best solution for a specific team. So we need to think in other solutions for different contexts. We just added here a very quick example or demonstration or tested. If I have, for example, if I am using another platform, I can use this content and this information as a base to create something like that. If I want to add other profiles that I want to use my design system. So I can log in. And then I can starting my onboarding in here as well. I have here some KPIs to know the state of what I can learn from this onboarding, what I have access to. I have a general getting started, a design system specific contents, development specific contents, and general resources as well. And I can mark the contents that I already review or I already saw, what I already, the models that I already did, and I already took the information that I want. Or if I don't want to go through all of this information, I just have a quick question that I want to know about the design system. I can use my AI search, and I already have suggestions for information that, from our experience, we know that is something that it's frequent for the teams to ask or have questions about. For example, how to propose new components within the design system, and add those questions or write another question, and it will show me how should I do that, who should I contact, and where are the links when I can get more information and go directly to that link to see that information, to make the consultation of the onboarding design system more easier for different different users, different profiles that are using the design system that have different needs, or I don't know anything and I need to go through all the process, or I want to know a specific thing and I can search and have a quick answer, a detailed one for what the links that I need to view to get that answer. Okay, so end of the demo, João. Can we move on to the presentation again?
For sure,
Okay.
for sure.
So the next one is the example that I was showing just now, the next slide. Yeah, okay, can move on to the next one. Okay, so the idea of this template is that it can adapt and we can avoid reinventing the wheel and focus on what really matters for each client and each context that they have. So we can customize this for team sizes, tools that they are using, maturity level, communication channels. So adapt for the different contexts. Next one, to talk a little bit about the results. So with a clear onboarding, teams move faster with fewer defects, and stakeholders trust in the system because it's understandable and it's predictable. So it's easier to continue evolving, and it's easier to gain context about what is happening. Next one, please, João. Okay, if there is one thing to remember, onboarding keeps the design system alive and usable by everyone and not just the creator. So the main goal is really that keep the content live for everyone to use and not just the ones that created them. And with that, I finish what I want to share with you. I hope you like it, and if you have any questions, I am available.
Okay, I don't know about the ones at home, but I for sure enjoyed it, Natali, and I hope that the ones at home also enjoyed this amazing presentation that you did. And yeah, thanks for that. And to the ones at home that stood by till the end, thanks as well. And be sure to drop us a like, follow our content, share this video with your network, and with the ones that you think that will get the insights that Natali brought us today with this high masterclass. And yeah, don't be sure to check Natali's article. It is available on the description of this video. And with that said, I hope that we see Natali in a future high masterclass. Sooner or later, I think that it will happen again. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. And that's it. Thank you, Natali. Thank you to the ones at home. And bye-bye.
Thank you.